Hey, what's up? I'm Crimson Mockingbird, and I'll be traveling down a very weird rabbit hole that is Trap Shrine. Now, warning ahead of time. For those that don't know, traps are essentially cross-dressing males, but very feminine, like view themselves as females for the most part. Kinda. Some good examples would be Felix Argyle from Re:Zero. The Dark Elves from Overlord would be a trap and reverse trap. But so essentially a warning here that from what I've seen, it's all like it's males only. So pretty much we're going into full-on yaoi territory. This isn't normally something that I would play on a thing, but I was looking through visual novel database, and I'll leave the games thing in the description, but I was like looking through the most recent English games for visual novels, and this popped up, and I was just like, wait, it's on Steam. Fuck it, sure, why not? So we're gonna be entering down that rabbit hole. And I will turn on the auto. It kind of bugs me that the auto doesn't... Oh, wow. Holy shit, that is fast auto. Nope, turn off the auto. That is super fast auto. Like, ridiculously fast. So I'll just put the cursor down in this corner and we'll just click through. But I have the feeling that something is about to happen. Something about the clear sky gives me a hunch. You know what? I will voice the protagonist since it seems like the protagonist doesn't have a voice. Maybe there's something good in store for me today. Or not. Here we go again. My expectations are curbed in less than a second. I head to the living room and take a peek into the kitchen and see two people bickering. Trap 1, Trap 2. As you can tell, very feminine. Endo Mishiro, my childhood friend and self-proclaimed older sister. And the other one is Yui. I show my respect for her by addressing her by Yui-sama. Why? She might look human at first, but her true identity is Kotomusubi Himegari no Mikoto. In other words, a shrine deity. She's been enshrined in this place for various centuries, but recently she broke free of her seal for a certain reason. I feel like there's some ramifications here, but I'm not gonna say anything. Said reason being more than apparent right now, as you can see. Mayonnaise. What? Okay, so there was a certain part there that I thinked over, but I should have mentioned it. So family registry is for is normally what would happen. It's essentially like the so for those over here in the West, so like America and everything like that, we would acknowledge that as obtaining someone's family name. So like let's say Crimson was my first name, Mockingbird was my last name. If I got married to someone and they adopted my name, that'd be the same as taking the family registry, because then they are adopting the Mockingbird name. My older sister and a goddess are making me breakfast. By all means, this should be a precious sight. There's only one problem with that, though. The fact that both are actually male. Being the reason of their dispute, I saw it as my responsibility to keep their fighting to a minimum, but I have no idea how to intervene. That's also another thing, is for the most part, a lot of traps, like I said, act feminine and view themselves as very feminine. I guess another great example would be the Hideyoshi effect. I mean, come on. Anyone within the anime community, in any sort of, in a lot of the online community, should recognize the Hideyoshi. Essentially, that's what traps are, is a Hideyoshi, where it's kind of a weird middle ground. An hour? They've been fighting for a fucking hour? Oh, I should also mention something. There's a adult patch you can get to put in the H scenes. We're not gonna go that far, but from what I've seen from what it says on the visual novel database, it says between 2 and 5 hours. So probably around 3 hours. So I would think maybe 4 videos to play through the entire thing. Here is this doggy guy. Here is Hinawa. He's the shrine's Zashiki Warashi. As if he's actually the incarnation of a Komanu that's been blessing the shrine with good luck from even before I was born. Despite his looks, Hinawa's a bona fide shrine guardian. Though he lacks any of the magistry you'd expect, reduced to something more akin to a mascot. He's already awake. Okay, that's an improvement. Thanks to Hinawa, they turned their focus to cooking. That should help for now. The way both of them cooperate after being locked in a fight just now is really moving. Ah. Take the words right out of my mouth. No shit. Really? Why? They look like they were getting along just fine. My wish to have a pleasant morning is dashed. The flames of hatred just blazed even stronger. I mean, also, as you can tell, most, if not all, traps in anime and stuff like that and in visual novels are normally voiced by females. To sort of add to the illusion, I guess. They're not girls, though! No, they aren't. Haha! Me and the protagonist have the same mindset. Which means it's alright if they're a bit violent, I guess. I brainwashed myself into becoming stronger. Did you really need to correct that? Both are really scary if you ask me. That's kind of creepy. But the reason why I was sealed for over thousands of years. A little bit of an English error there, but that's alright. That one's pretty heavy too. His fixation is kind of scary. This is bad. They're way more serious than I expected. I have to step in before someone gets hurt. How did I end up in this situation? Everything started a few days ago. Wow! In a matter of a few days, that's how fast it progressed. Holy shit, man.
Josou Jinja.
Oh, it's happening again. It's her again. She's someone I've been seeing countless times in my dreams ever since I was a kid. A woman with a gentle, warm expression. Why do you appear in my dreams every night? Do you want something from me? Why do you look at me with such a compassionate smile? I don't get it. But it is painfully sad. I can't feel anything but sadness for forgetting the reason for that smile. I think it was of that smile. It's calling me to do something for her, but I don't know what to do. It's as if I've forgotten something really important. Holy shit, this is like most animes in which like a random love interest appears and somehow you're connected. It's sort of like the trope of a girl falling from the sky. For some reason it happens in anime and no one gets hurt that much. And it's like, you know, the person probably just fell from a pretty high distance and neither party's harmed in any fashion? Sense of frustration overwhelms me, and then I suddenly wake up. That dream again? No matter how much I extend my hand, I simply can't seem to reach her. It's always been like this. Just who is she? Have always been with me? What's the deal with like the 5 pressings? The first person that comes to mind is her. In quotation marks. With fluttering elegant hair and sheer beauty like no other, an almost otherworldly figure donning the Kagura dance comes to mind. Doing. I don't know why I said donning. Sacred medium who communicates the divine will of the gods. A refined woman that guards her virginity with a dignified zeal. Every moment overflows with grace, unsullied by anything, the very ideal of a perfect shrine maiden. That'd be the case if not for a single speck of a fact. Hey, Mishirio-san. I have no idea why I was trying to pronounce it so fast. I just slurred my words like that, like fucking crazy. I call it to Mishiro when he's done with his Kagura practice. Where did that come from? That's not what I... And I'm looking forward to dinner, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm begging you, please listen to me. I'm not talking about dinner. Which reminds me, I need to finish Princess X. Oh, I hope Jess USA does the fan disc of that one. How happy. Da, 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 da. Yes, Oni-chan, I get it, but I'm trying to be serious here. No, besides, that's just weird. There's no way we can marry. Can you just drop it already? Yes, that did happen, but still. Yes, everything started 2 years ago. The day I was chosen as the heir to this shrine, it was truly one thing after the other. When Mishiro-san graduated from middle school, he left for another shrine to do shrine maiden training, so we ended up living apart the whole time. I lost my mother when I was still a child, so he was like a big sister to me. When he left, I was truly alone. But I promised him we would live together again here in Kotomusubi Shrine. That's where I did my best to study and follow my father's footsteps. With that in mind, I enrolled into university to get a degree in Shinto studies and left my hometown for a while. My father succumbed to illness before I could graduate, so I came back before finishing my studies. And my throat just croaked. Great. I was barely a new Shinto priest, but I had to face the reality of inheriting an historical landmark that supported a good amount of shrine parishioners. I was crushed between the weight of my father's death and the mental pressure I was feeling during the whole train ride back home. Back then, the person that weighed and tenderly comforted me when I came back to the shrine was Mishiro-san. Mishiro-san accepted me when I needed him the most. Back then I wondered just how much his words saved me from completely breaking down. There were many parishioners that voiced their aversion about letting a greenhorn like me take the reins of a historic shrine like Koto Musubi. It seems that their plan was to call up a more experienced priest to take over and have me wait until I had more experience. But despite all the stopgaps, Mishiro-san made the necessary arrangements so I would inherit the shrine instead. Thanks to him, I was able to become a proper chief priest for the shrine despite the initial opposition. I would have been powerless without his support. Mishiro-san is my benefactor as well as someone who I share a special bond with, my dear sister. There is no doubting that. However, I've been telling you this the whole time. Yes, I added in the because there should be a the there. The whole trap thing is weird. I've always embraced my admiration for him. I've always thought the person in my dreams was Mishiro-san and expected our destinies to be interlinked. But all the shrine maidens here are men, so when Mishiro-san started working here as a trap shrine maid, my expectations were completely betrayed. I've given serious thought to the idea of marrying him, but we're both men, so we can't marry. Don't be stupid. What about having children? Do you want us to adopt or something? I can't let my family lineage end with me. I may not be much, but my household is more or less ancient around these parts. My family has a long history as shrine priests dating back several hundreds of generations. That's one thing we just really don't have here in America is like, oh yes, several hundreds of generations. Not really. Which is honestly kind of funny when you think about it when, like, in a good chunk of, like, the rest of the world, they're like, oh, you know, these are ancient family heirlooms. It's like, oh yeah, that stuff is from, like, that stuff could be, like, super ancient, like, really old family heirlooms. It's like, oh yeah, this is family heirlooms. It's like 100 to maybe 200 years old, if that. And it's just like, not really ancient. It's old, but it's not really ancient. I can't allow myself to end the family's lineage. I wouldn't be able to face my ancestors and father in the afterlife. And yet, it's not unheard of for traps to get pregnant these days, you know. I have some examples if you're interested. What? That is... Huh? You're pulling my leg, aren't you? For some reason, the shrine parishioners around us see the idea of us marrying as just the natural outcome of us living together, so no one's opposed to it. I think it's probably the result of Mishiro-san laying the groundwork for my coming and being so vocal about his feelings, so I don't believe for a second that Traps can get pregnant. But I don't believe for a second that Traps can get pregnant. Even if it were true, I'm still not planning to marry a man. That's why... See, now it's like there's, like, 3 fucking genders. Males, females, and traps. And yes, reverse traps count into that. For example, a good example of a reverse trap, still voiced by a female, but a good example, would be, the butler from Mayochiki. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that, and have been very disappointed due to the fact that the anime obviously ended. Also, if you watch it, you do notice, I did notice something. In episode 13, it's very obvious that there should have been more episodes after that. Like, it makes it very, it's kind of obvious if you watch it. Mayochiki episode 13. If you watch that, you will realize that that was supposed to be the first episode for second season. And I'm telling you, I have no intention of doing such a thing. Can you give it up already? Is it nearly that surprising? Well, that did happen when we were kids. His love for me has been getting more intense as of late. It's kind of troubling. How the fuck do you know that number? You counted? Yep, What's with him? His fixation is kind of scary. Yeah, a little bit. What the fuck? I feel like we got kind of sidetracked, but I doubt he doesn't have a clue about what I'm going to talk about. It's most likely that he doesn't already, but I have to put my foot down and say what I need to, or we won't get anywhere. Well, yeah, I guess. It's actually not just rituals. We need more hands on deck to make cleaning and the like less of a chore. After all, it's too much work for Mishiro-san and Hinawa to do alone. So I was thinking about calling some of the people who resigned before. Why not? But where in the world are we going to find more trap shrine maidens? Even if we magically found one, we'd be still short on manpower. That is a bit weird. That is a very good point. He's right, but at the first sign of trouble, you jump ship. It's like, we need help, but I really don't think I can work with those type of people. Well then, how about you give me some referrals of female shrine maidens with experience? Why? To tell. He won't budge even an inch on this matter. Yeah, but isn't that too hard on you? And you're not just working as a shrine maid here. You're also looking after me every day. But it feels like I'm overworking you. By the way, I don't know how the audio is. Obviously, with each game, it's kind of hard to judge on how the audio is going to turn out, so normally I make adjustments. So after this one, I should be able to make some adjustments to audio and shit like that. That should hopefully work out better. For example, like the voices are too low and the background music's too high. For me anyway. I don't know about how, like, once again, how it'll turn out once I fully do it. Oh no, I flipped a switch. What? No, I didn't say that. To the shrine. I meant you're a very important person to the shrine. Even though he's a trap, his girl power is off the charts, and that sisterly aura of hers is just, wait, hers? Oh god. I see. A joke. Huh? Ha ha ha. Not good. Imagine that future for a second. This isn't a joke. Not good. If we continue down this line of thought, I feel like I'm gonna get drawn in by his smile. For for the rest of his life. Isn't that basically the same thing as marrying?
マー君が望むならいつでも言っていいんだよ。お姉ちゃんすっごく頑張るから。
Oh god. Mishiro-san, let's start working already.
はいはい。続きはまた今度ね。
He's finally gone. Getting new personal before starting today's service, but I'm already beat. Well then. Okay, so Hinoa has been there for a while. Despite his looks, Hinoa is still an envoy of the gods, so I'm always courteous when meeting him.
今日は何？またお手伝い？
He looks at me looking kind of fed up, but I keep talking anyway. We're in some of a tough spot right now. The festival's around the corner and we're lacking in capable hands. I would be forever grateful if we had your assistance around the shrine, Hinoa-sama.
おうやだ。毎日毎日こき使われて神の御使いである僕をここまで刺激するなんてできるかもなも真っ青だよ。ゲームのジャンル間違えてんじゃないの？
Come on, don't be like that.
よろしくできないね。
I'm not playing nice.
そんなに手伝ってほしいなら僕にももっと供物捧げてくれてもいいじゃん。もっと敬ってよ。かしこまってよ。崇めてよ。もうやだ。
Seeing him flail his arms around and throw a tantrum makes me think of anything but a god. He's more like a moody kid. Oh, alright, I get it.
わかってくれた？
If you don't want to work, then there's no more offerings for you.
それはなくない？シロちゃんのご飯毎日楽しみにしてるのに。
In this shrine, those who don't work don't eat. I don't discriminate between God and humans. Besides, are you sure you're really an envoy of the gods?
それはひどいよ。僕こう見えても本当はありがたい神様なんだよ。まあ、先神だけど。
Oh. Are beings that are one step below gods. But in this shrine, we worship them all the same. Then please give me a miracle. We really need one to get more visitors and shrine parishioners, not to mention funds.
そんなのできるわけないじゃない。都合のいい時だけ神に頼るなんて間違いだよ。神様っていうのは人がどうしようもない時にそっと手を差し伸べる奥ゆかしいものなんだよ。今まで掃除とか手伝ってるだけありがたいと思うんだね。
I'm really sorry, but the shrine's not doing that well these days. You can't just think of yourself. If the situation doesn't start improving soon, no one will want to visit the shrine anymore.
それはまずいけど。
If we just sit back and relax, the mountain will surely swallow us whole in a second. The shrine will get overrun with weeds and fall into a state of disrepair. That means no more visitors, and more importantly, no more offerings. Are you okay with that?
貴重なお賽銭の収入がセブン12の新作スイーツまだ試してないのに。
He just wants to pocket the shrine's offerings. Well, I sort of understand it.
人がいないならいっそ天井に帰りたい。こんな霊祭神社に来るなんて思ってもみなかったよ。
I'm not going to stop you if you want to leave, but didn't you have to stay here because you have a mission?
憎い。この土地に縛られてる自分の運命が憎い。 はあ、世の中世知辛いよ。 地上でのんびりできると思って志願したのにな。
He reluctantly takes the broom from my hand. At least he's motivated to work now, even if his reasons are somewhat fishy. He might be a celestial being, but he hasn't grown a single bit for as long as I've known him, so I can't bring myself to worship him properly. The grandpas and grannies that come visit the shrine pamper and treat him more like a mascot rather than a god.
今日も本のお掃除、草むしり、祭事の3連コンボだよ。ああ。
No grumbling, I'll let you stuff yourself silly when we're done.
しろちゃんのご飯美味しいからやることはやるけどさ、もっと楽したいな。
I want to hire more people, but Mishiro-san's against the idea. I don't even know how to try to persuade him.
しろちゃんならそう言うだろうね。あの子にも困ったもんだ。どうかしたの？
I was just thinking, why does he let you help if he's so against the idea of hiring new shrine maidens?
そりゃもちろん僕の霊にはばかってだよ。シロちゃんは僕がありがたい神様だってことちゃんと分かってるんだ。
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
シロちゃんおはよ
I just think that she just doesn't view him as a rival in love.
う。はいおはよう。でどうかしたの？シロちゃんからいい匂いがする。さすが鼻が利くわね。さっき高野のおじいさんにお菓子もらったから。 ひのわちゃんにもお裾分けね。やったー、マロングラッセだ。はい、まだまだ。はい、やったー。いただきます。もう食べる前に言わないとダメだよ。
I guess that proves my point. He totally treats Hinoa like a pet.
勤めが終わってからね。本当？よーし、今日も頑張るぞ。
He's got him tamed. Yeah, no shit. He looks happy, but what he doesn't realize is that he's already a slave to Mishiro. Enslaving a god with nothing but candy. I don't know if Mishiro-san's just that amazing or was just too easy to trick. Possibly both.
オッケー。ちょっと疲れるけどお供え物ももらったし本気出してみるかな。ブーシン。ヒノワレッド。ヒノワグリーン。ヒノワピンク。
What, are you the Power Rangers now? The number of Hinoas increased before my very eyes. Multiplying himself.
ちょっとピンクは僕の色だってこの前会議で決めたでしょ。違うよ違うよ。君はパープルで僕がピンクだよ。あれ？そうだっけ？じゃあ僕何色なの？お腹空いたよ。君は確かグリーンじゃなかったっけ？グリーンはやだ。せめてライムグリーンにして。それって大して違わないと思うけどな。ねえねえ、お菓子の残りないの？お腹空いたよ。
Oh god, please, no, make them stop. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was going like, oh my god, how long is this skit gonna run on? Because, oh my god, it's just insane.
全員集合。はい、ほら集合だよグリーン。グリーンじゃなくてライム。
Call me lime green.
そもそも色違いで名前分けするの無理があるような気がするな。
Yep, no shit.
よし、揃ったね。それじゃあみんなで手分けして頑張ってね。後でちゃんとおやつあげるから。やったー、シロちゃん大好き。よし、頑張るぞ。
And so the Hinoa clones divided the work between themselves. Seriously, Hinoa's noisy on his own right, but when he splits like that, it's downright unbearable to listen to their infighting. Still,
コスプレだと思われてるんじゃない？多分色物扱いだよ。
I finally understand it now. Unfortunately, I was right. They see Hinoa as anything but a god. Well, considering that he acts like that, it's not very godly. Dates back to ancient times. Truly an honorable and old story. Settlers would ride on these lands, they flattened mountains and cleared forests in order to establish farms for their sustenance. Every single person that laid waste to the place angered the lord of the land, who rampaged for 3 days and nights straight. In order to quell its anger, the people erected a shrine in the cave the Lord was said to reside in. With that, the Lord's anger was sated, and it went on to bless the people and turn into the protector of their land. Ever since then, the Lord gained faith for blessings new couples with children and was given the name of Kotomushubi Himegame no Mikoto, the goddess of marriage. But this goddess had a particular quirk, an unusual disdain for women. For this reason, it is customary for only men to work at this shrine. And that's why all of our shrine maids, including Mishiro-san and Hinoa, are merely men dressed in female clothing. That custom is something I've never really been able to come to terms with. Not even after finishing my aesthetic training or inheriting the shrine from my late parents and becoming the chief priest. Even though this was my fate by being born as the heir to this shrine, I still think an ordinary shrine would have been better. The shrine is just bizarre. There's also the fact that the Komenu act as an envoy of the gods enshrined here can actually manifest itself as a real person. However, there's an even more troubling aspect. After this, I'll probably call it that night. Well then, about the upcoming festival. I assist to one of the regular meetings of the shrine parishioners and listen to what their representatives about to announce. It's been unanimously decided will be in charge of the festival's main ritual. Damn it, they're getting too rowdy. Which happens once every 20 years is approaching. The problem is that the men and women that take part in it must be wed. It is said that doing the ritual to inhabit the goddess of marriage deepens and ties the fates of the men and women that partake in it. Well, I think it's just tradition and all, but still I get the feeling that the Shrine Parishioners Association just gets a kick out of stroking the fire between me and Mishiro-san. Why is this dog even in here? Never mind him. My problem right now are the Shrine Parishioners. It feels kind of weird to rain on their parade, but I should try to put my foot down and inspire more respect. There, take it easy. We're all family here. He's the head of the parishioners and he's been looking out for me since I was born, so I can't really brush him off. Huh? I was worried about that too, but we can finally deliver him the good news next time we visit his resting place. Don't tell me they mean. Why do we have to get hitched? For that exact reason. Wait, what? But your pops really did that thinking of ya. What? A man and a trapped Mary. Well, I've heard about that kind of couples a lot as of late. Then Dad.
やだなあ、ご先代がそのつもりだったんじゃないかって私は推測しただけですよ。
So you're the one pulling the strings here. No, there's something fishy going on in here. Mashiro-san, you. Still, to think that you'd be able to just blatantly get all the roadblocks out of the way behind my back. They said it now. They said it now. When did our relationship become public knowledge, and since when are we in such a relationship? He'll be I don't think he'll be my savior. Nah, I think he's out of it. I glared and begging so he doesn't add fuel to the fire. Why is a god getting bribed with food? Sure they are. About the way he was smiling. No, it's not that. This is bad. Been arranging this for a long time, gaining everyone's trust until I let my guard down. Just come over here first. Already. Alright, I'm going to end it here. So, hope you guys enjoyed. So if you did, please hit that like, please hit subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. Even if you didn't like this, you can hit that thumbs down button. Either way, though, I would very much appreciate if you would leave a comment. I love looking at those. I don't always respond because I don't always need responses. But whenever I do something I can respond to, I do respond to it. And don't forget to check out the game. I will leave a link to its Steam page as well as the visual novel page down in the description. Either way, though, I hope to be seeing you for the Down the Rabbit Hole next time. See ya!